Since I have been talking to, anti the medical establishment, and, months ago, I talked a lot about the, um, marijuana, mushrooms, and stuff like that, the natural plant-based medicines that are on this planet, that they've outlawed them. They're like, nope, we're going to fill you full of chemicals. Don't worry. Don't worry. You don't need any of that stuff. And it's just so, it's so nefarious, with Tesla wanting to give free energy, do something good for mankind. And Chase, he was, trying to supply the newspaper. And but there was, he did so many things because he had got hemp outlawed because he didn't want it to compete with his paper. And he got Tesla taken down because he was trying to fund something else, and he didn't want to, I think maybe he was trying to fund Edison or something, and wanted everybody to pay for stuff. I can't remember, but both times this guy has gone completely against the people. He's a big banker guy, to enslave us to their system. And he was a part of, the taking down of marijuana. And, also when you think about the criminal enterprise that has run this country, it is no surprise that they didn't want marijuana to compete with alcohol. And, they made a lot of money during Prohibition. And, that was some crazy times. And, that right there was, the criminals running the country. It was utter chaos. And they wanted they start calling pot like wacky tobacco. And, then it was very like your scapegoat of being the bad person was the black person. So, it was those, junkies down in the ghetto, those people, they don't work, they just go down there and play music and do drugs, have sex. They always have to turn somebody into the bad guy. But them making these things outlawed when those were, God's plans to help people with things. And now all of this stuff is, well, now they're even going to start doing that mushroom stuff. They're going to start putting it into antidepressant, or it's going to be the antidepressant. You can already go in, and I don't know if it's if it's tested or if it's just institutes that you can go there. And if you have certain disorders, that you can take these for a couple days and you're all better, at least for a while. And I had seen about that a long time ago, that it was treating people who had horrible migraines, that there was nothing. It can treat people who have epilepsy, like all of this natural stuff that, all of these illnesses that people have, and this natural stuff can help it, but they want to make it outlawed, but then they want to make us all dependent on all their drugs. And their drugs have been, I don't think, I can't imagine it would be possible. There probably is somebody out there that is addicted to mushrooms. I don't know how you could, or peyote or any of that stuff, because it's very intense. It's like it's a life-changing thing. When you take it, you just go into a different place. And you have a completely different idea about life when you come out of it. So, yeah, I can't imagine people just, I'm going to go rob to get some mushrooms. I'm going to go, these sketchy people. It's just not what it's about. It's not like a party drug. It's an intense experience. And you need to be, prepared and managed. And marijuana, just like, with my eyes, they want to fill them with all these chemicals and stuff. And supposedly, smoking marijuana slows down glaucoma. As one of the things why I was smoking it to begin with, when they kept telling me to do the drops. It's like, I'm not doing these anymore. Like, by the fourth drop, my eyes kept having reactions. Like right now, for me to be able to see, it is kind of like if somebody took Vaseline and then they, sprinkled a bunch of like glitter or something, black glitter in it, and then they rubbed it over your eye. That's what it looks like when I'm trying to see. It's like I'm trying to look through a thick veil thing, but it's got all this moving stuff all the time. But anyways, I had asked the doctor, I was always honest with him. I say, I don't want your chemicals. How much weed do you have to smoke? Oh, well, we don't know about that. Like, well, yeah, they don't want to talk to you about anything that's natural. And, even the movement with more holistic healing doctors and stuff, like, I don't even know if they're going to be called, I think they're called naturopaths or something. I don't even think that they get to be, they didn't take the oath to protect the brotherhood. So those people were always even made fun of, like, oh, they're not real practitioners. They don't know what they're doing. People who go to them are just wacky, like, are scared of doctors. And that was one of the reasons, too, like, I feel like I got to be clear about this, because being on 18 medicines is extreme. And, I was a nurse. I was part of the medical community. Like, I trusted it. The beginning, I took the flu ones of these, like they would make you when you worked there. And eventually I started refusing them. But, I tried to be supportive. I didn't ever go against it until after my brain injury, when I saw, I really saw things from a different way of how I was treated. Once you go to court, and oh my God, the lies, and their lawyers, and the system is just so corrupt. Our legal system, our medical system, our corporate system, our education system. It's all, built by horrible, corrupt people. But, I was in the rat race for a while before I got my brain injury. I was all caught up in it, trying to be, that virtuous person. I'm following the rules, whatever those are. Just tell me the rules. And so, yeah, and I would, complain about side effects or whatever. And then I was just getting so sick, I started going to the pharmacist and asking him, go over my drugs. Tell me what, is there a problem with these? Are they not working well with each other? And he told me there's 3 in there that are going against each other, and they're going to end up making you have a bleed inside of you in your gut, that it's really attacking your gut. And this is before I even knew I had colitis. So, and I kept telling him, even when I went back to my practitioner, and I said, I need to go off of these. I'm not taking these anymore. I'll take these, but I'm not taking these. Eventually, I just was like, fuck all of these. Once I got the diagnosis of colitis, and my daughter looked it up and looked, what caused it. It was all these medications I was on. And the pharmacist had already warned me. So, some of those medications, when I told her, the pharmacist said, and she's like, oh, he doesn't even know what he's talking about. And when I very first started working, and I was an office manager, doctor's office, and I saw how the big pharma works, how they come in and they wine and dine the doctors. They get doctors to write scripts. The doctors get a kickback on all of them. The doctors get fancy trips. The doctors get fancy parties. They get gifts, all sorts of stuff. And the big pharma sends out these, good-looking lobbyists that come in to inform you and tell you all about this drug. The doctors don't give a shit. They do not listen. They do everything okay, just tell them to drop off the samples. I don't need to listen. The only time they go and listen to these people is when they do a big dinner. They do the fanciest dinners to have these people come. And I mean, they may get up there and talk a little bit. You think they're, no, no. Doctors are just writing scripts. They don't care. They don't know about it. That one patient, when I was a nurse, and I was a traveling nurse for a while, and I was working at this one hospital. And I think I've told this story before. It was just so crazy. Because as a traveling nurse, I'm supposed to get the hardest patients. And they had this patient, and she was in there. And when I got there, she was, I can't remember. It seemed like she was out of it. This just went south so fast. But, she was bleeding. No, what was it? She was, I think I had her the first night, and she was having some issues, so she had to stay. I think she came in for like pneumonia. Yeah, and then she was having some sort of issue. I had her, and I was super busy, and I don't remember, but there was something weird when I got there. I think her blood pressure was dropping or something. There was something weird. Anyways, they were arguing about it. They should even give her to the traveling nurse. That maybe we're going to send her to ICU. And then they're still like, no, give her to her. Which is completely. So then in the morning, I had told the nurse, I put in report, I had said make sure and tell the doctor when they get here. I wrote it in the chart. This woman is having pain, a lower abdominal pain, and she needs a CT or something. And when I worked in the ER, you're not supposed to medicate people who are having abdominal pain. And so, I went to the hotel to sleep. And when I got back, they had just knocked this woman out all day and not done a CT. They did an x-ray. And then I think they said something. Like, I can't remember. It was something. But they came, and she... so there's all this, them all being like, oh, like you can tell, like this is an intense situation, and this lady should be in the ICU. And the doctors at the bedside, there's a family there. I mean, like, this pneumonia has gone bad real quick. And the woman starts filling up. She's unconscious. And she starts, her catheter bag, if you've ever been in the hospital, the little bag that hangs next to it and the pee goes in it, was filling with blood. They didn't know where the blood was coming from. Then her bed, after they had left, the doctor was like, okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and go. Just keep an eye on her. I was like, what the hell? And it gave me like a sick baby and somebody who just came out of surgery, which you have to check them constantly when they just came out of surgery. And now I've got this woman in here. And so I had to get help with that woman. And she ended up, she coded. She coded right there, yeah. She coded and she died. Anyways, and then it comes to find out that they had her on 3 different blood thinners. And the doctor didn't catch it. The pharmacist didn't catch it. I sure the hell didn't catch it. I mean, you go through and you look at all of their meds, but some of these people are on so many meds. And a nurse does not have time. Like, this is what the problem is with a part of our medical thing, is that they're putting responsibility on people who they're not giving them enough time to do their job. So, there's no way you have time to go. So you rely on the pharmacist. The pharmacist is keeping up with like what drugs are not supposed to go together. And I don't know, the doctor wasn't keeping up on what they were prescribing. The pharmacist wasn't keeping up on interactions. My company, the people I traveled for, they got me released from that whole situation. That was so much malpractice. But being in the hospital, I saw malpractice all the time. I saw a system that is not there for the people. It certainly has never been there for me. And, I'm glad that they're going to start doing more of this natural stuff. We need to get rid of all the chemicals Big, all the big pharma is going to go down with the corporation, with the banks, all of it. I mean, I don't know what. I mean, I would guess that they're going to have some. If the med beds, then nobody's going to need pills. Nobody's going to need medicine. Even people, who are relying on it right now. And another thing that I was thinking about is look at how people have surrendered their own health. Just like there's people who get diabetes when they're young, that it's just, their body is malfunctioning. But people who get it when they're older, over being overweight and stuff like that, they have the ability to really focus on their health and not have to go on the medication. But oftentimes they don't choose that. They choose to continue their same patterns and end up on the medication. And, people have just surrendered their own responsibility or culpability to their own body and their own health. They have just, here, fix me, your religion, here, save me. It's like, you got to walk the walk. You got to live it. You can't just, if you're going to take care of yourself, you have to really focus on your health. And, that is, they want to, people come out like, health people and health food people and people who exercise and stuff like that. They come out and they're like, hey, everybody, you should be doing this. I feel so good. I look good. I feel good. And then, the corporation has come, oh my God, this is so toxic. Everyone, please just get fat. How dare these people? Really? How dare these people put you down like that? Just go enjoy your eating. We've got a few diets we'll tell you later. We've got plenty of pills. Don't worry about it. Just go enjoy your fatness. Go eat yourself blind. And, they'll save you with their pills. It's so manipulative. And people have just, oh, okay, sounds good. Yeah. If I'm going to be fat, I'll be fat. Don't be bullying me. Like, oh my God, it's for your own good. It's for your own health. It's like, but everything gets twisted around. Anything that's good for you, they're going to twist it around and make it something that's not, because they have to control the narrative. And, speaking of controlling the narrative, these people, the one good thing is on the next door situation is that more people have jumped in. But these people, oh my God. And even when you point out like the comparisons from historical situations, they can't see it at all. They cannot recognize themselves. They just think you're so, you think you're a victim and stuff like that. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like this thing with this two reality. Oh, I don't even know, There's so many realities right now. There's so many. And that fucking our current Mengele, God, now him to keep being in the news and stuff. He is such a arrogant little. Oh my God. Oh, I can't ever. Oh God, he is the most disgusting human being. I thought that the Clintons were bad. I thought the Obamas were bad. Let's see. Podestas. There's just so many. And this guy is just the king of horrible. He is like every superhero's evil villain. Like, oh, I'm the mastermind. Oh, I've got the chemicals. Who will buy them? Oh, it's the best thing ever in the world. I can wipe out the planet. Who's the biggest bidder? Right here. I got it for you. It's like, dude, you are evil. Oh my God. The 4 million people that he's already got under his belt, like right now, that they're accusing him of, I don't think they're counting AIDS and probably how many other ones in between that he was practicing on people. Poor China. They just been friggin' lab rats for who knows how long. Here, you got the pig flu, you got the bird flu, you got the chicken flu, it's like, oh my God, these poor people. What is up with the animal flus there? I mean, the way they were getting them all the time, I thought, what is this? Is this like the most third world country? Like, are they living with these animals? Like, what's happening? And then, oh no, they go in the lab and do that because then they can make, I mean, that's how they make money. If they can make something, they can take us all out. Oh, winner, winner. Gator boy dinner. Yeah, he's got to jump in because, you know, we can take this even further. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, best you can do for yourself is focus on your health and all natural stuff. Get out of all of the medical establishment as much as you can. And, you know, if you do have depression, you know, try and find out about practitioners near you, holistic ones and stuff. Look into the studies on the, I don't know why I can't say this word very good, the mushroom studies, that because there's being great success treating depression right now. There are a lot of studies with that, and there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be suffering with a lot of depression here pretty quick. So, you know, more natural things, you know, and all your foods, everything. Just try and, you know, do everything you can to detox these chemicals that they are, you know, poisoning us with. So anyways, I just wanted to kind of talk about that because I really, you know, if you want to go in and watch he is really good. I mean, you know, he's got money and so he's got like a whole thing. He can show you different stuff about the studies. He has like interviews and stuff. So I think he just put it out today. I just all of a sudden saw it and I was like, oh, I talk about this all the time. I want to see what he says. And yeah, I was glad, you know, it was a positive thing because, yeah, this, you know, control us, you know, through chemicals and murdering us. So anyways, I'll just go off again. I can't help myself. I just go circle back. I just can't get out of the loop. These people are evil. You gotta pay attention to what the hell is going on around you. They're out to get you. Okay. Talk to you later. Bye.